Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This entire video is courtesy of KAMMCOC, a legend who has stepped up, really filled a void that, let's be honest. When Seaton walked away full-time from the game, no one can replace him. No one ever can. Without Seaton, I wouldn't exist. He was one of the main people who inspired me to attempt to start my channel, and I will forever be grateful and indebted to his mentorship and inspiration. With that being said, KAMMCOC is incredible. The channel has so many resources and does a similar job in terms of tier list breakdown that Seaton did, and we should all be very thankful for KAMMCOC. Thank you, Evan Peterson, for sending this my way, because I had some people ask me in, I don't know, the last 48 hours, maybe longer, Prof, why haven't you done any video on Battlegrounds? Well, I haven't had access to it. And I don't like to do a video on something that generally I don't have a lot of information on personally, because it's an incomplete video that is generally a waste of your time. But I can talk about, thanks to this tier maker program, 2 of the nodes released so far in Battlegrounds for those of you interested. And it sounds like quite a few people could be in the new mode coming to the game, hopefully shortly, not just on a beta server. And it's interesting because Ebony Coleslaw is a top tier, as Cam calls them, duo god champion in the game. Top tier champion in the game. And that's fascinating. I know Kabam Broccoli's dream was for Ebony Coleslaw to be a top tier champion. And so that's going to be my takeaway from this. That's going to be the title of this video in some regard. Battlegrounds fulfills Kabam Broccoli's dream, because remember, Ebony Coleslaw was going to be the best champion in the game. It wasn't going to be Ebony Coleslaw. It wasn't going to be Ebony Flaw. It was going to be Ebony Beyond God Tier. OMG, we all dead. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Ma. But then Kabam, less than 24 hours before Ebony Flaw was to be released, turned into Ebony Flaw because they were so worried that that champion would break the game. And all of Kabam Broccoli's work, for the most part, I shouldn't say all, most of it, was taken away. And I still wish we could have seen, even on a beta server like mode, what the OG Ebony Maw looked like. It's one of my life goals, as weird as that sounds, to see. I feel like maybe it was pre-patch 12.0 Scarlet Witch potential. Most of the champions in the duo god tier are champions that you would think would at least be in the god tier. A couple of honorable mentions that I think are real interesting and special to this from Cam's list are Ultron, who I've loved the Ultron buff so much, even with the change the special 3 to where you can't just go ham on the Abyss. And Penny Parker, who I still am hunting unsuccessfully constantly, along with Toad, right? Toad? Really? Toad? Yeah, apparently. And then all you Nimrod fans out there will feel vindicated, and same with Bishop. But, Doctor Doom, Hyperion, Domino, Kingpin, Nick Fury, Mole God, Apocalypse, you're probably guessing those beforehand. Now, the duo demigod tier also has a few surprises. Shout out to the Black ISO Store Scarlet Witch, and I'm sorry those of you free-to-play players who said, Prof, you never talk about this enough on your channel, so I'm going to talk about this right now. They said that she would only be available in the first 6 months of her release through the Black ISO Store, but that implied that after 6 months she would be released in other capacities, and Kabam has held off on that. Still, really, the only way you can get her is through the Black ISO Store, which makes all you free-to-play players who want her shut out. And I probably should talk about that more, and I just haven't. How fascinating is it that King Groot and Jove Fixit, with their buffs, are in this list? Vision Arcus Yellow Jacket is in this list. So it kind of feels like Kabam's buffs, even though, for someone like Yellow Jacket, if you're like me and you're like others I've talked to, you haven't used Yellow Jacket any more than you did before, which is non-existent. But now in this new mode, you might be tempted to rank him up, because he is a great champion, at least for these nodes. And then some of the usual suspects. Shout out Fishbowl Mysterio, who kind of shines more here, and Longshot as well. And then you can see the attack gods the usual attack gods here. You'll notice Quake is not in the top 2 tiers for this specific mode. She's in the same tier as War Machine and Hood and Tigra, Falcon, Diablo, Archangel, Black Widow, Deadly Origin. And you'll also notice you can look real hard for Ghost, but you won't see Ghost in the top 3 tiers. You won't see Ghost in the top 4 tiers. Now, obviously, this is just one person's opinion. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you think Ghost should be at the top. But that's the whole point of this for Kabam, is that they're trying to get you out of the normal attackers like Ghost. Defense gods now include Sauron. Weapon X is always going to be a defensive god. So is MODOK, Terrax, Thing, Mangog, Mr. Sinister, Korg, Cable. Dormammu is back as a defensive god. Iron Man Infinity War. The OK tier, interesting, right? Omega Red, just okay. Hercules, just okay. Magic Medusa, both Magnetos. Not what you would generally describe as just okay champs, but in this mode, things are different. And then you keep scrolling down, some of the champions like Namor or Venom that you might think they're usually go-tos. Kind of go-tos with the Demigod. Demigod, same thing here. And then maybe don't bring them. That is a lot of champs, including, of course, Aegon with this kind of mode isn't going to really get to his potential. But Scarlet Witch, sorry. Shang-Chi and Ghost, sorry. And yeah, with Safeguard, you're just going to nerf a lot of high damage champions. Cosmic Ghost Rider, right? In this mode, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Shang-Chi, and Ghost are pass. Same with Captain America Infinity War. That sounds crazy to put them in that tier in most other content regards. But in this case, it is what it is. I trust Cam. And so, Cam, words cannot say how thankful we are as a community that you are making these tier lists. You are the MVP, and as I like to say, when appropriate, not all heroes wear capes. And you, my friend, cape or not, are a hero to us in the community. I just think my main takeaway, as I said at the beginning of this video, is Kabam Broccoli's vision for Ebony Maw to be that top go-to option in certain modes has been realized. His dream has come true. I don't know, he's probably safely across the pond now, working his new job with his new game, and I hope he's doing well because he is a true legend in every sense of the word. And congrats, Kabam Broccoli, on having the champion that you created be put in the top of the top tier, at least for this couple of nodes starting out in Battlegrounds. Your hard work deserves it, and Lord knows I still hate fighting Ebony Maw. I hate fighting Ebony Maw before any tweaks because they're just a really unique champion, but I know not as unique as you designed them to be originally. Have a great rest of your weekend, YouTube. Thanks for watching.